welcome back. Let's continue where we last left off, shall we? Let's see. I dare say you might just be the right woman for the job. The guild has urgent need of a capable lancer for a mission beyond our nation's borders. Hear me out, if you will. I received word from a Iscardian friend to the effect that he requires our aid. I would have you go on and provide that aid. As you may already know, due to her ongoing conflict with the dragons, Isgard has kept her borders closed to outsiders for some time. The occasional dragoon on patrol duty is about to all folk see these days. In spite of the self-imposed isolation, however, the Holy See has never failed to honor her obligations to her allies. It is only fitting that we answer the call and lend the what assistance we can to this end. We offer to dispatch a ton, uh, contingent of wood whalers with all haste, but we're politely informed that they would not need be welcome, much to our intentional confusion. It was later explained that we are dealing with a matter of some sensitivity, best handled by individuals who are capable and trustworthy, yet unbound by allegiance, and who fits description safe adventurers. Secrecy became paramount. I can provide no details as to the nature of the task. All you need to know will be revealed at the rendezvous point. Should you accept the mission, take yourself to the observatorium. A knight by the name of Sir Albrecht will receive you upon arrival. Oopsies. Let's go to Camp Dragonhead and new. We will be unlocking Broom. Woo! My memory serves me right down here. Or as people call it, Dragoon. And this is one of the most annoying abilities. Gotta love animation locks. Shite. I should sell some stuff. Or just stash it. There we go. There we go. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom Huane sent word. Greetings and well met. I am Sir Albrecht Bale of Knight of Ishgard. The Holy See is much obligated to you for your aid. The time being of the essence, I shall proceed straight to the heart of the matter. The eye, the Ishgardian relic of immeasurable worth, has been stolen, and we have reasons to believe the culprit has come this way. So it is that we ask your assistance in its recovery. The thief has been identified as a man by Esteen A dragoon sworn to serve the Holy See. Aye, you heard true. The crime was perpetrated by one of our own, an individual in a position of trust and no little honor. You may be assured that a fate worse than death awaits him upon capture. My duties to see that afford me little opportunity to travel far beyond the walls of Ishgard. I must confess to a grave ignorance of recent Gridanian affairs. I was told that a sentry by the name of Logendanrel might have knowledge of routes oft taken by Ishgardian refugees. I would prefer to keep my identity a secret, and thus would have you gather the what information you can from the man. We must act quickly, for you see, Estinen is. But I have already said too much. What matters is that we find our thief and the eye with all haste. When last sighted, Estinen was clad in black armor. Now go, speak not a word of what I have told to you to anyone. But you literally told me absolutely jack shit, only about a thief. Okay. Routes favored by Ishgardian refugees. Now, that's a question I don't hear every day. You aren't planning on some unsavory act yourself, aren't you? Are you? Even if you were, I doubt you'd make it far. Any road, we've cut a few fling at to the North Shroud. What, with Gridania being home to nearly as many Elezen as Isgard, it is no easy task to identify outsiders. If you're on the hunt for someone, you could do worse than to visit Florentel's spire in the North Shroud and speak with the men of Stein. Stan, if any suspicious persons have crossed the border in recent days, he'd be the first to know. All right, let's go to the North Shroud, shall we? Hail, adventurer! Yes, I am the one tasked with monitoring those who would enter our lands by way of Corothus. An Ishgardian knight clad in black armor. No, I recall nothing of that sort, and such a striking visitor would be difficult to forget. My apologies, friend. I can only suggest that you return to Logedanrel and see if he has any more other theories. All right, let's go back. Give me one moment. Okay. No lucks, you say. Most curious. Why is it? It is nigh impossible that a refugee could make it this far without being espied from Flor and Spire, which leaves the possibility of that your man is still in Ishgard. It runs counter to good sense. Would the refugee not want to put a distance of grounds between him and his pursuers? But the process of deduction is a possibility. The climbs of Ishgard are not kind to drifters and vagabonds. That said, there has been talk about curious smoke rafting from a cave east of here at night. Were I I might begin my search there. All right, I've seen this cave. All right. That Ishgardian Skard would resort to sending coin-starved adventurers after me. I now not whether to laugh or feel insulted. The eye it rouses for another? Preposterous. Our path shall cross again. You can be sure of it. Just don't fall and face plant. All right. A dragoon clad in black, you say. Tell me all that transpired. And by the fury that the eye would choose another. I had not thought it possible. In light of recent events, it would seem an explanation is in order. The eye is no ordinary relic. It harbors the power of the dragoon, which it bestows upon a single chosen soul, the strongest of wisest dragoon. He was who is chosen is possessed by the power to fight our mortal foes, the dragons of Dravania, on equal footing, soaring the firmament uh, as it. Uh, Give me one moment. There we go. To our where am I? As if we're an extension of the land that man is known as the Azure Dragoon. The Azure Dragon is the light of the hope of for all Ishgardians and paragon of all dragoons. For these reasons, you may inspire how it pains me to have confessed that the man you encountered, the thief, is none other than a Azure dragoon, and that I was once his teacher. Needless to say, I acknowledge myself accountable of Estienne's misdeeds and mean to do all in my power to find him and recover the eye. But I cannot do this alone. I require your help, Akira. You who have received the power of the dragoon. You may labor to believe it, but here there can be no mistake. The soul of the dragoon I bear glows in your presence, irrefutable proof that you are chosen. What I can ill explain, however, is the why of it. Never beyond in Ishgard's long history has the eye roused to more than one individual in a single generation, but it avails us not to cruel Sugel our our brains about it. The fact of the matter is that you are now a vessel for the power of the dragon, and the dragon lies yet in slumber. However, uh, and you must needs possess the means to wake it, the soul of the dragoon. I would entrust you with mine, Akira. Like Estine, I once ruled the skies as the Azure Dragoon, although that power has seemed become lost to me. It was simply by force of habit that I have hitherto kept the soul upon my person. I have no inkling as to why the eye has seen fit to choose a second and an outsider at that. Yet one thing is clear: none can challenge the Azure Dragoon, and conceivability prevail save another Azure Dragoon. You are the only hope bring Estienne to justice and reclaiming the eye. Of course, I do not ask that you do this unaided. I may be a dragoon no more, but what knowledge I have, I shall gladly impact to you. For indeed, when the time comes that you must face the Azure Dragoon, not less than complete mastery up over the power of the dragoon will avail you. This is Perlus. Our road lies ahead of you. I shall not deny knowing this. If you would still lend me your lance, I will teach you to harness the power that has chosen you. Go forth, my young dragoon, and rouse the dragon within. I look forward to your return. The next Dragoon quest will be available from Alberic upon reaching level 35. I already am level 35. Alright. I've learned jump. Alright, let's add some stuff like this. Oops. Okay, now I have to change my things. Life surge will be that. That's that. Jump is gonna be here. That's gonna be Q. Let's see. This will be Shift Q. This will be the third ability. This will be 5. This will be 1. This will be 1 here. Let's see. Blood for blood. Lance charge will be there. So will be this. Then this and that. Uh, Freight will be 6. This will be removed. This will also be removed. These things will be removed. I will possibly shite. Oh shit. Um, QERT. Let's put that as T. All right. It is pleasing to see how readily the dragoon stirs within you. You show great potential, Akira, a potential that may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Estienne is no ordinary dragoon, even when set against the legendary Azures of ages past. The man is considered second to none. Such is his prowess. In fact, the day he was chosen by the Eye, he was proclaimed that Halderath, the Dragon Eye, had been reborn. I mean not to disparage your skills, Akira, but to pursue Estain in your current state would be tantamount to suicide. I promise I shall train you in the way of the dragoon, that you might face Esteen as an equal. Before you commence, however, it is only fitting that you are edified regarding our origins. It all began in a millennium past, when our forebears reside in the southern plains in humble circumstances. The fury impressed by the spirit of our ancestors decided it was met that she make them her own. So did she appear before Sire, a man of courage and integrity, named Thordan, and bade him lead her people to the promised land, to what would become of the great nation of Ishgard. Their journeys brought them to a wise chasm, whereabout upon Thordan and his people set to build a bridge. It was then that a dark shadow descended upon them, the great wind Nidhogg. Heedless of his own safety, Thordan fearlessly charged at the colossal beast. Alas, he was pushed into the chasm by one of his own, a man seduced by the wind, and fell to his death. Taking as to his slain sire Lance, Haldrath hurled himself at Nidhogg, even as tears steamed down his face. The confrontation ended when the young man, his hand guided by Halon, landed a mighty thrust that priced out Nidhogg's eye. With a terrible war of pain, the great wind took wind and fled, while Jub, uh, Jublication waned below. Ishgard's priceless relic is none other than the Eye of taken from Nidhogg, and that day it is veritable wellspring of dragoon power. Even so, removed from its owner, it can exert control over the hearts of men. Haldrath himself felt its magnanimous influence, but his love of justice brooked no corruption, and he prevailed over the power, claiming it for his own. And so it was born. It was that the first Azure Dragoon was born, being derived from our foe. The power of the dragoon is a thing to be loathed. But as Haldrath proved to us all, so long as our hearts burn with justice, we need not fear being taken in its thrall. But what is justice precisely? Justice assumes many shapes and forms, Akira, and none can say that the one is greater than another. So long as you hold fast to your beliefs and stay true to yourself, you leave no room for power of the dragon to master you. But enough of the history, let us return to our attention to the present. A knight by the name of Sir Bruce Mont will see to the next stage of your training. Seek him out at Witch Drop. Whew, that was a lovely read. Let's see. Traits. That should be traits. Let's see. General Limberbrag G. Let's see. Okay. Come on, come on. So the adventurer seeks to become a dragoon. Dragoon. Ha! Sir Albrecht speaks of legends and chosen ones, but I would see you prove yourself in a more practical fashion with your lance. Defend yourself. Oh yeah, I should. You know what? I should save the heals for less. 2, 3. Oops. There we go. You have some skill, I will grant you that. And that glow of your soul crystal, perhaps Sir Albrecht was not wrong about you. After all, now return to him. Your training here is complete. Let us return. There we go. Wait, let's see. Okay. so that will be here. There we go. Oh yeah, I should update this thing. Okay, oops. No, I don't want that character. Update gear. There we go. Now it's changed to the broom icon. Yes! Oopsies, I don't want that. The soul of the dragon grows ever stronger within you, Akira. Clearly, your trial was a rousing success. I need only observe your crystal to know as much. Yes, though you have only just begun to walk in the path of the Dragoon, it is clear that you possess the talent to become Essence equal. Go forth and make the powers you have to obtain your own. When the time is right, we shall proceed with your training. All right. I do say I think that should conclude for this session for today. We will proceed to the uh in the next episode. Fare thee well.